definitely just put the Batrider and the Sand King, and that makes it way harder for Boom ID to get these kills, because to get these kills they actually need to use all 3 of their disables on the same hero and just kind of punch him to death with a little bit of help from the Riptide. Rubik's not really bringing that much damage.
Right.
So as soon as you have a Flame Break or even some Sticky or a Burrow Strike coming in, I think they really struggle to get those kills. And in fact, TNC have kill potential between Sam H and Tim's. You get 2 or 3 stacks up on the Naga or the Rubik, and I think you can quite easily kill them off in the Firefly. So I like this last pick a lot.
Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good for them, Sam H. It's also a pretty big Sam H hero. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he plays this hero a lot, from what I remember. So,
I think that's accurate. It's also really good against all the Boom ID cores. I think like Sven does not want to get lassoed. They have a little bit of save potentially in the form of the song, and like Rubik also has an instant lift, which is potentially helpful. But I think the lockdown is going to come in big. Especially when you've got single target lockdown from the Batrider, and then they've got AoE control from the Disruptor and the Sand King, you can end up having these great situations in a fight where the Batrider goes in on somebody, he drags them away, force staffing back towards your team, and then you can just throw the Static Storm or like a Burst Strike behind that hero to prevent the rest of the team from coming in, and then just secure that 1 kill before Boom can really do anything.
So I'm assuming you kind of like this TNC draft a bit more then.
I like the TNC draft. Yeah, I like it a lot. They've got like all comfort heroes pretty much, I think. And I know Armel. I criticized him a little bit because I felt like he played a little bit sloppy in the previous series. But you put him on Dragon Knight. It's like, how bad can you mess up Dragon Knight?
It's pretty difficult, huh?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I can play Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just get your Elder Dragon form, start pushing down towers, get some stuns. We'll see how it goes for Armel in this game. Yeah, it's not quite the same prowess that is required as an Invoker, which he had a bit of a rough time in game number 2. So a bit different there. Important to note, there are 2 spots for SEA in terms of getting to DAC. Winner of this series will move on and play up against Mineski versus Execration. Winner of that series will garner themselves a spot into the DAC Major. So a lot at stake here in this upper bracket. And the fact that Boom ID have taken out Fnatic is already 1 step closer for them to get to that DAC Major. But we'll see. This is going to be a tough matchup as well. TNC obviously with a very good draft like we talked about. And already they're getting a bit aggressive, just taking some runes. But so too is Boom, going on the opposite side of the river. So.
Yeah, so they are running Queen of Pain off lane, and they've got the Timbersaw heading mid to match up against the Dragon Knight. I'm interested to see if this, like... I don't know if this lane is completely unplayable for the DK or what the situation is going to end up being. I think the one slight concern that I have is that a lot of the time, Timber, to really take full advantage of the fact that he's like winning a lane, you end up playing really close to the enemy tower.
Yeah.
And that's where the 2 TNC supports are really good at punishing.
Very susceptible to getting ganked.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think if FBZ like crushes this mid lane and then... it's not even so much about him crushing the lane. I think he's also just there so that the Dragon Knight can't ever really get to the tower.
Yeah.
And can't take their tier 1 because Timbersaw is pretty happy to just sit here. But I think if the Timber doesn't win this lane, then I'm worried about Boom's overall game plan, especially with an off-lane Quap who they're going to need to make some space for and take a tier 1 somewhere to be able to get her going in the game.
Well, this is the question we had also in the last series, was how well did FBZ actually play? It was a lot of Dream and Cell carrying the game in terms of what they could accomplish.
Yep.
Now we're going to see what he can really do. Meanwhile, bottom lane, SamH is going to have to TP away. It's going to be close. Good Burrow Strike will keep him alive, and SamH will be able to get out of trouble and head over to the tier 1 tower and potentially regen up with these tangles, although it will take a little bit of time to do so.
Double mango, baby.
Yeah, sick HP regen, honestly.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Boom ID put together this, kill anybody, or kill any solo hero tri-lane, and the answer is just, hey, we're not going to have solo heroes.
SamH in trouble, Stormhammer coming out, and he's going to fall, it looks like. First blood will go to Kezcute. Tim's now needs to be a little careful, but no further follow-up. They just got in snare for Joachim ready to go. But first blood already going to Boom ID, so pretty good defensive tri-lane so far.
Yeah, SamH just kind of... Not that he let the Rubik walk up and lift him, but I guess he thought that maybe Tim's would go and stun the Sven before he got the Stormhammer out or something like that. No, didn't quite work out. Tim's is gonna grab a bunch of experience down here while they wait for Sam H, but Nagasiren's on the prowl. Looking for some action, maybe at mid, or maybe just trying to snipe the courier.
So you got a DD, and the courier is running out as we speak. He might get it on the way back. DD's not going to last that long, I don't think. It's going to be close. We'll see. We'll keep our eyes peeled on this mid lane. He's actually TPing top. That's unfortunate. He almost could have gotten it had he waited, but he TP's out.
They might be able to kill Cuckoo here, depending. They got to like catch him by surprise. They got to get the net off.
Yep, there they go. Riptide coming in, net comes out, but it's gonna be close. He has a glimpse if he wants to turn around and use it, but I think he's just maybe dead. Spirit Lance comes in, Cuckoo, nice dodge. Thunderstrike comes out. No such luck from Raven, trying to chase down Jokum. He's out of mana for Spirit Lance. He's actually going to use the wand though. Still not going to be enough though to get the kill. They get Cuckoo, but Raven's still having a pretty good time in this top lane regardless.
Stun onto Sam H, now lifted as well. Creep's doing tons of damage.
The creep wave being there is huge. He's going to Fairy Fire. The Fade Bolt won't be enough damage. He also has wand charges to work with. So Sam H should be fine, but yeah, that creep wave actually owned him. I was surprised they didn't get the kill there, but very close nonetheless.
The approach from the Naga was so nice up top as well. Like sneaking across, coming over by this little patch of fog and able to run out. It was really unexpected, I think, for Cuckoo because the wave had just died and it was pushing forward. So he was in a mindset of, I'm going to go and hit this Queen of Pain, and if the Queen of Pain tries to harass me, she's going to tank the creep wave, and I'm going to win the trade. And then Nagasiren comes out of nowhere.
It was definitely unexpected.
Kills him off.
So good gank there. It is just a support, and those early game kills, not that big of a deal, honestly. It's more trying to shut down these cores and stuff like that. Which, speaking of which, Armel's still having a pretty good time. We talked about this lane. We weren't sure how it was going to go. It seems pretty even for the most part, at least for now. He has a Soul Ring also, which makes it a lot easier in terms of spanning the wave with Breathe Fire. But you're right. I don't think he's ever going to be able to really put pressure on this tower anytime soon. So
no, especially not once the Timber hits level 6. That's when the Chakram spam starts coming in. Dream Cell 3 stacks up. Could be in some trouble.
Just hitting 4 stacks. He's got wand charges. They have the Stormhammer Sam H under the tower now, and they have to forego this further aggression. But that'll keep Dream Cell alive. And Sam H, only 5 last hits, level 3. This is the big issue with him going down in the early game. Tim's has gotten the majority of the farm in the bottom lane for now. So we'll see if he can get back into the game. Obviously, he's a Bat Rider. He can jungle pretty easily for the most part. So it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And
Tim's grabbing a couple more creeps there. Get some of it stolen by the Rubik. Do they have any
Raven top
stacks for the bat?
Jokum. The wand charges go. Jokum was not expecting this. Kinetic Field comes out. The Scream of Pain goes through, but Raven is fine. And now they're going to turn on St. DeLucas. He has no mana left. He's going after an illusion. St. DeLucas, you got to get out of there, buddy. And he will. 14 seconds left on this blink, but he is safe and sound. He will TP out to the shrine. Kinetic Field, unfortunately, the wrong direction. If he went to the north, he could have got a glimpse off with the vision he would have gotten from the Kinetic Field. Sadly, no such luck.
These SEA Phantom Lancer players are just, I guess PL players in general seem to be too good at the illusion fake outs. Yeah,
if you play that hero, it's like a requirement, honestly. You got to be stylish, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Especially with the they run straight back up here. They just want Cuckoo's life. Deny him, maybe?
Close. He tried for it.
He was holding his wand charges. I think he was hoping for the deny.
Ooh, look at this giant stack being taken. If they can get this, it would be huge for Sam H. The Firefly's gone, though, and Dream of Cell has level 3 cleave, so I don't know about that. They're going to push him back, though. Sticking Napalm stack starting to stack up here. Kez Q just trying to get this going, but here comes, this is going to be Chakram down and Whirling Death down, so this is going to be a huge amount of money for them to get. This could have been great for TNC if they can get it. Now Tim needs to be careful. He needs to avoid dying because then he gets too much away. The Sandstorm coming out. Good Burrow Strike coming in. Oh, those creeps are so low. The Firefly coming up. The Stormhammer in there, and it looks like Sam H should fall even with the wand charges. The Chakram comes in. Dream of Cell might burn down. Cuckoo with one more auto attack will do it, but he might lose his life along with it. The Kinetic Field might keep him alive. No telekinesis for 2 seconds. FBZ has Chakram. He will hit it up. Cuckoo might still get chased down because Cute still has that Fade Bolt. He will use it. He's 1 auto attack away. 13 HP, but he's going to get to the shrine. And TNC will at least get that kill onto Dream of Cell. So good stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, so 1 for 1. Sven going down. Disruptor getting a ton of experience, actually. He's almost level 6. Which is pretty scary. And Armel getting good damage on this mid tower.
Yeah, but he might be dead for it, though. Chakram coming in, Whirling Death should be enough to get the kill. Telekinesis included. One more auto attack, and there it is, FBZ getting it with the Rolling Death. So yeah, he did get a lot of tower damage. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going to go on to Dream of Cell again, and this time they're going to bring it down. Dream of Cell finally having kind of a rough time in terms of getting run at the beginning of the game. We didn't really see too much of in the last series, but now 2 deaths right in a row.
Yeah, he's really getting shut down in terms of farm. I mean, he's getting pretty much doubled up by the Phantom Lancer, who's just free farming. The Queen of Pain is getting some, I mean, okay levels, but I think the biggest story for me so far is the fact that Cuckoo is like that solo kill that he picked up on the Sven has actually catapulted him forward in this game, and I think he's going to get a ton of work done. Even just having more points in the glimpse early on here, while the laning stage is still going on, you just run from lane to lane, you run up and you glimpse somebody back. Like, you look at the position that FBZ is in here.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about. Storm. He's playing very close to the tower, as you would as a Timbersaw. Max reactive armor right now. Static Storm would be huge to have, and you're right, that getting that kill is going to put him towards that early level 6, which is significant in terms of finding kills. But they're going to set something up here in the mid lane. Armel might be dead. In fact, he's running across the river now. They're going to use the Ensnare. Telekinesis first. Ensnare will follow up shortly thereafter. They have the Sonic Wave along with it. Breeze Fire coming in. No Static Storm yet. Sonic Wave comes out. Armel still alive. Won't fall yet. Tim's with a great Burrow Strike, and Armel will back himself up. Tim's might die for this Chakram. I think that's a fine trade, though. Losing that hero and keeping Armel alive is... Ooh, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. That was a pretty big commitment from Boom. Big rotation. They get a tiny bit of damage on the tier 1, but yeah, like you said, very good response from TNC, and I think well worth it for Tims to put his life on the line there to keep the Dragon Knight alive and farming. What else is going on here? I mean, that was the Quap rotation with that first Sonic Wave.
Yes.
That did basically nothing. And I don't think offlane Queen of Pain is destined to do much of anything this game, really. So, and any little bit of strength that they can eke out of the early game is going to be really important.
FBZ is kind of impossible to deal with. They will have the Breathe Fire. Now he's taking a lot of damage. They have level 6, but he doesn't have the mana. He's going to use his wand charges. Static Storm is ready, but now with no kinetic field, it's a lot tougher. They will get the Dragon Tail off, and now that should be enough with the Breathe Fire, Burrow Strike, and that will be what they get to get the job done. So FBZ will get dropped down. That's a killing spree taken away and given to Tims. They will keep the tier 1 tower alive, and Armel will get a little bit of tower pressure here onto this tier 1.
If I'm FBZ there, I'm thinking, why the hell do these support such high levels?
Yeah,
like,
right.
why is Sand King level 6 and why is Disruptor also level 6? Neither one of them has the tome yet. Like, 10 minutes is only just coming up. And
Saint DeLucas is just dead. That is going to be Sam H. And Dream of Cell can't even get off the Stormhammer in time. And he's going to find 2 bounty runes for the heck of it, too. So now Sam H is up to 1,500 gold, seemingly out of nowhere.
Yeah, Sam H is... He's just such a sick offlane player, actually. This... Like, all of his heroes, I think he plays really well. He always seems to find these, like, random solo kills, or even plenty of farm. Like you were saying, he died twice at the bottom lane here, and a lot of those last hits went to Tims, and, you know, just turned right back around, picked up 2 kills of his own, and now he's looking really good. I wonder if he's going to rush the Blink.
I think he might. They're getting his drum on another hero, so I don't think he's going to go for that. And Snare comes out, no level bottom. 6. Good, glimpse back from Cuckoo. Static Storm down for 15. I don't think they need it. 3 stacks of Sticky plus a Burrow Strike, more than enough to get the kill. And Raven gets it with the Spirit Lance, and he is in fact going to be going for that Battle Fury as we've seen previously. So very big kill. Again, like you talked about, Dream of Cell getting kind of shit down. In fact, very shit down. 3,300 net worth to the 5,000 that is Raven. And it's starting to get a little maybe dicey here for Boom ID at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, and they're about to lose their bot tier 1 and their mid tier 1. The mid tier 1 is low. I mean, nobody's actively pressuring it just yet. But there is a Dragon Form coming up in just a second. And as soon as they lose that, that's a ton of the farm space for Sven just cut off. These easternmost camps pretty much gone. It even makes the Ancients a little bit less safe.
MH, 1,500 gold. He has a wand, but he is going to get caught and killed. He already used those wand charges. Nothing he could do there. And Snare plus Timbersaw on you is never a good time. As we sing his praises, he will go and get dropped down. And they might lose a tier 1 of their own at the top lane.
Oh, they got mid. Static Storm under the Queen of Pain, and Saint taking another dirt nap. They will be able to glyph up their tier 1. Looks like another tower trade coming up. PL playing behind the tier 2 at bottom.
Yeah, he's in there deep for sure.
A real nuisance.
Dream of Cell, pop the God Strength, working on that Mask Madness, which he's very close to. Armel will get the tier 1 tower mid lane. Not a bad trade if they lose this tier 1 top, which they looks like they definitely will.
Oh my god, they're so set up to just hunt this Sven to the ends of the earth.
Look at these wards.
Look at this. There's a ward here. You can't farm on this shrine. You can't farm your ancients. You can't farm this camp.
Did they
You can't
smoke on that
farm
ward?
over here.
Did they smoke on that ward? No, they didn't. They were out of range of it, I think.
Yeah, there's no way that they try and go for this timber if they know that there's a smoke coming up.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
gonna be a song.
They have one available. Firefly's gonna come in. They want to burst down Sam H, but good burrow onto 2. Sonic Wave comes out, still alive for now, and finally gets dropped down. Tim's might be next. Earned up.
4
Cuckoo.
TPs.
They've got Kinetic Field. Raven is coming in. They get the Dragon Tail off. They have a Breathe Fire. There's the Song of the Siren. They might set something up here. No, they're going to back themselves away. No Sonic Wave. Not much to do in terms of getting kills. Yoakum is TP'd out just in time. The Courier came over just as his TP was completing. Not much they could have done in terms of stopping that. So, it's a pretty big kill for Boom ID. It's only 1 kill, but it's still a kill nonetheless.
Yeah, the fact that they've shut down Sam H twice back to back is actually hurting his farm a lot. I think he otherwise would have had the blink at this point and they'd be looking to use these wards, but instead it looks like they're going to miss a little bit of their window. And the one problem when you've got this many wards up on the map at once is that it means that there is going to be a little window a bit further down the line where you're going to be playing a little bit more blind. So they haven't managed to quite line up the great vision with the bat blink as they may have been hoping.
He's still getting close, 1,700. He just needs a couple of jungle camps, and he needs to be careful of his bottom lane especially. It's like you said, it's not the timing that he wanted, considering how close he was recently, but they're still doing well. It was, I think, a 4K lead, now down to 2K. So TNC is starting to slow down a little bit, but the big news is that Raven is still farming out of control. But the other side, there is FBZ having a great old time without a Defiance now building into a Bloodstone.
Yeah, he's doing well. I think he's one of the big things I think you need to look for, and I think one of the big things to point out this game is that the Naga Siren has gone for 3 points in the ensnare, and it's actually just so important for Timber that he has solid lockdown on his team, so he can just drop his whole combo.
Yeah.
And like we even saw it on the. You see it on the Batrider. He was just stuck forever, and it lets Timbersaw just really lay in. And even once the root wears off, the Chakram is at that point slowing for so much that it can't go anywhere.
They're going to start pressuring this tier 1 mid again. Armel popped his Dragon form for seemingly no reason in the mid lane a moment ago. I'm not sure what he was trying to accomplish, but it's going to be down if they try to take this fight. And I think that they know this, and they're going to try to press the tier 1 tower and get something done with it, and they will.
Nice. The good blasted to Dreamacell. He definitely needs a little bit of help. Tim's not working on a blink at the moment. Actually, just has the Spirit Vessel queued up.
Yeah.
And they're hunting after Armel.
Not an easy kill, even with all the burst damage that they have. But they have now a Batrider with a Blink Dagger, and Sam H is probably going to try to put this to good use. In fact, he will. Not going to be an easy kill to get. The rest of the team is behind. They don't have Song. Oh, it's 3 seconds.
Song in one.
They've got the Static Storm to come in. It might be enough. No. The Song of the Siren comes too little too late. Yoakum will go for the TP. They lose the Timbersaw. Very big kill. Great Blink reveal coming in on the side of TNC.
Yeah, that was really nice. They got the highest value kill, set the Timbersaw back a little bit on his Bloodstone. And oh, they're even running around mid lane right now, straight into Dreamacell.
This is a problem. Stormhammer comes out. He's got God Strength and Mask Madness, but it's too little too late as he's too low in HP.
Oh no.
He'll
Are
get
they going to
dropped
steal
down.
this?
Is there a huge stack here? Yes, there is.
Yeah, it's a pretty big stack.
It's Battle
with
Fury
the
Raven
Battle
2.
Fury.
Yeah, this is not good for your Sven at all. They will take this full stack. Not much they can do. They're going to run over with Yoakum with some illusions and try to get at least something out of it. He gets like one of those creeps, I think, or an illusion or something, but that's about it. Meanwhile, they might find Tim's here. St. DeLuca's. There's the Ensnare. He Sandstorms as the Ensnare comes out. Blink forward, looking for something. Again, they don't have that last, so they just used it. Just trying to pressure Yoakum with a Flame Break, but that'll be it. So, very big kill there. It leads into that Ancient Stack stolen. And extra gold that would have gone to the Sven, now gone by the wayside. And he's still struggling.
Yeah, he still needs more time, needs more space to catch up. So the one thing that I would normally say, I don't mind offlane Queen of Pain in general, but I think offlane Queen of Pain is just difficult this game because TNC do have the appropriate catch to be able to punish it. Like, I think offlane Queen of Pain kind of gets back into the game by split pushing and applying pressure on the lanes. And Saint can do a little bit of that this game, but not much because the TNC lineup is just so good at finding split pushing heroes and killing them. Literally everybody except for the Phantom Lancer is very well equipped to catch and set up a kill on a split pushing co-op.
Yep. And this Disruptor pick comes out to be, again, one of the better picks we've seen. Boom ID had it in the last 2 games of the last series. In the meantime, they might find Dream Cell later. Tim's is going to come in, look for a Blink, rather Burrow Strike. They will have it. There's the last one. Good Static Storm. Yokum, obviously no Song of the Siren. Not much he can do. They have to only look on. Armel gets off the stun onto the Naga along with it. They even get another glimpse back as well. Kez cute. He does steal the Static Storm. It's not going to matter, though. It's a double kill for Armel. And this will transition directly into a potential Tier 2 tower as the wave is now moving in.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of damage, but TNC right on the front foot. The Phantom Lancer fighting just fine, even with the pretty farmy build. And Boom just not feeling like they can really put anything together. They do have the Song back up now, but in terms of starting off a team fight, things looking a little bit questionable.
St. Lucas has a Thunderstrike on him. He's going to have to wait, and he's going to go for the blink. There's the glimpse back. They had just enough vision, and he is dead. Not much he could have done there, to be honest. Very well played from TNC to get that kill. So even though, you know, he was split pushing top lane, he still gets caught and killed. And I got to say, this is kind of looking like game 1 of the last series for Boom ID, but we know how that ended, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the same thing that happened to Fnatic a little bit is happening to Boom here, where it's like, what is the Naga Siren really for?
Exactly.
Like they don't seem to have the way that they're picking it. It doesn't seem to have the same mindset behind it. Like, I think newbies' mindset about Dota a lot of the time is we're gonna have better 5-on-5 team fight no matter what, right? So they're almost equal to the enemy team in terms of the amount of team fight that they bring on every other position 1 through 5. And then their trump card is that they have the Naga Siren, which is bringing even more team fight from the 4 position. And, you know, there are other position 4 heroes that have big AoE team fight, but the way that they use the Naga and the way that it tends to synergize with their lineups is you know, super interesting to watch. And then here, Boom ID, they've picked it, and, you know, it sets up for maybe like a Chakram or Timbersaw comboing somebody, but they didn't really do anything else with it.
There's not much other synergy in terms of it other than that particular point, the Timbersaw. And it felt like the same way with Fnatic last game and last series, was just that the Naga Siren, I'm not sure what the point was. They smoked up.
All right, smoke on smoke.
Yeah.
Double damage Phantom Lancer,
this
full
is going to be big if they can find somebody. They're going to use the last, that'll be on to Dream Cell, and he is just dead. They're still going to try to fight this, though, on the other side. Tim's sandstormed up. They will dust him, but it's too little too late. It's time to get out. You need to run, I think, and SamH is still running in. They're going to use the glimpse back. That'll be under the Naga Siren. He will use the sleep. Everybody will try to TP. Yokum should be able to get out. Yeah, he's fine. And the only other hero that is still there is St. Lucas, who just runs away. He doesn't need to be caught. But now Song is down, and they still got the kill on the Dream Cell, which is a very big deal.
Yeah, the Sven just keeps dying and dying and dying. Can't really seem to get any farm going. And, you know, Sven is a hero that you just need. It's not even that he wants to be at the top of the net worth chart. He needs to be at the top of the net worth chart, right? You have to be.
Yokum spear vesseled up. It's a solo kill pretty much, other than Thunderstrike. I like the Spear Vessel build. He didn't even have a blink tag. He just ran in.
Yeah, how did Tim's even get here? How did he even find him? What is that?
He just like ran like this, and then the Naga here was here mirror imaging, and then she's just like, what? What's this thing?
Tim's, why are you here?
By the way, those are the worst question marks I've ever drawn in my life. I don't know what those are.
I didn't see him. That's fine.
They looked like this. Well, it looks worse than that. Anyway, this is a significant advantage, a distinct advantage, if you will, for TNC, as they are 11k net worth right now. They have everything going for them at this point. They've taken Roche, they've taken Aegis, they're going to take all the outer towers. There's a tier 2 in the bottom lane. SamH will find yet another lasso onto Dream Cell, and not quite the game he was looking for like he had in the last series. They've got the glimpse back into Yokum, who has no song. Raven is indeed, he has Aegis to work with. I don't think he's too really concerned about diving this tier 3 tower at this point. SamH, he'll back himself away, and this tier 3 tower is probably gone. Maybe even the Rax as well. that popped the Elder Dragon form. Buyback is available for Dreamcell, but I think he's thinking, well, what am I going to do at this point? They've got the break, reactive armor. He's dead. Breathe Fire, dead for 12. Static Storm gets another. Stormhammer comes in. They want to get the skill onto the Disruptor. He might actually get it. Dreamcell doing some damage, but not nearly enough. Now focusing on Sandwich, he will wand up, and Dreamcell is about to die back. And there it is. Sonic Wave comes in nicely, but still nobody dead yet. Finally, will drop down the Aegis. Tibbs is somehow still alive with Sandstorm coming through. FBZ is back into the fray. They'll still have buyback as he actually respawned, but he is blown away by Raven. That's a rampage. Raven rampage, and he is owning. And it is probably, in fact, it will be game 1 going to TNC.
TNC with the Mega Comfort draft, the Timbersaw pick turned out to not really do that much, I think. This feels very reminiscent of, pretty reminiscent of Game 1 with Boom versus Fnatic, where I feel like they just kind of outdrafted themselves a little bit, or like focused too much on trying to get specific counter picks and didn't really end up with a lineup that worked together cohesively. And also Naga Siren just losing everything today.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
I think don't pick Naga anymore or something along those lines for
Maybe.
whatever team. Maybe TNC gets in, they try.
Yeah, maybe TNC's about to pick it and just like show us the ropes.